Josephine Review, a harrowing look at evil through the eyes of a child, SUNDANCE 2026. Neither of Josephine's parents is well equipped to help their daughter through the aftermath of this traumatic experience. Her mother, Claire Gemma Chan, a professional dancer, wants her to see a psychologist. Immediately, Josephine perceives that as punishment. Josephine's temperament is closer to her dad, who enrolls her in self-defense classes. Her understanding of his instructions for when she's permitted to use self-defense soon gets her in trouble. In different ways, Claire and Damien both struggle to speak clearly with their child about what happened. In Claire's case, the struggle is tied to her own past traumas. Not long after Josephine is instructed on the importance of telling the truth, we see Claire answer one of her daughter's questions with a lie so unconvincing that even the 8-year-old understands the real answer. Damien, in contrast, is focused on toughing things out over talking them through, and his frustrations boil over into scary bouts of rage. On the points, Josephine's parents can speak clearly about their advice conflicts. Most dramatically, when Josephine is called on to testify as a witness in the ongoing court case, Claire speaks from experience that Josephine shouldn't have to go through the process if she doesn't want to, while Damien is insistent that testifying is the only way the victim can have justice. Channing Tatum and Chan's performances are exceptionally heartbreaking, with Tatum drawing on his own experiences as a father. Young Mason Reeves, however much she even knows about the performance she's given, more than keeps up with their emotional power. Beth D'Arajo fills Josephine with many thoughtful details, sometimes hitting the hardest with the most subtle follow-ups to earlier points of drama. For instance, it's a big deal when Josephine asks her anti-gun parents to buy a toy gun, but later on, after the free on bail suspect has threatened their family, it's not even remarked upon when Damien carries a gun with him. The arc of Josephine's growing fear of men in general escalates in dramatic, sometimes violent ways, but rather than moralize a resolution, the movie instead offers quieter challenges to her perspective. It's interesting to observe that the defense attorney asking the most uncomfortable questions in court is a woman. Perhaps D'Arajo's most ingenious creative decision is an element of fantasy that's also the most real thing. In the movie, Josephine sees the rapist all around her as a ghost. Sometimes has standing in the corner, sometimes has chilling at the table eating Oreos. In one extremely unnerving scene, he plays with a pushpin and Josephine's pet mouse. You can decide whether or not this psychologically immersive bit of magical realism qualifies the film under the horror genre. Either way, Josephine is one of the scariest movies you'll see this year. Tent says this: all is Mason Reeves is able to sell the film's few moments of relief amidst the terror, and while nothing about Josephine's trauma can be wrapped up neatly, the ending manages to find appropriate grace notes of catharsis and hope. In its artful, brilliantly acted exploration of the moment one learns that the world isn't fair, and how we keep going in the face of evil, Josephine sets a high bar for all movies to come in 2026. Josephine premiered at the 2026 Sundance Film Festival. Further release plans have yet to be announced. If you or anyone you know has been a victim of sexual assault, help is available. Visit the Rape Abuse Incest National Network website or contact RAND's National Helpline at 1800-656-HOPE 4673.